Hello, friends. I'm glad to have a chance to speak to you as you journey to General Conference. Many of you have been traveling for a long time, and my thoughts and prayers will be with you. As you consider many issues before our church, I am especially concerned with one that touches my heart deeply, and that is the plight of the Palestinian people under occupation. For decades, our denomination has opposed this, and Christians of the Holy Land have asked us as a church to put clear actions like boycott and divestment behind our words to help bring an end to the occupation. The situation is damaging Israelis too, for many of them support these actions. At the last General Conference, the church endorsed a call to ban imports of products produced in the Israeli settlements on Palestinian land. The resolution said we should call all nations to boycott these products. Yet we have learned that the church's pension fund is investing retirees' money in companies that operate in these same occupied settlements. It seems wrong to send a message to those who are responsible for the occupation. If we can call on others to act, surely we should do the same thing as a church. You will have an opportunity to vote on the divestment measure at General Conference that can address this issue, and I hope you will approve them. When similar measures were considered in 2012, there was a lot of misinformation. This included a rumor that Africa University might suffer if the pension board divested. This is simply not true. We have already had ethical exclusions for a number of types of investment, and the church has repeatedly used divestment to rid itself of companies whose values did not conform with church principles. To say that this accepted tool cannot be used in this situation is just not logical. Most of you know that Africa University is very close to my heart. I am never going to advocate anything that would harm this great institution that has enabled so many African students to prepare for productive careers that make significant difference in their home countries. You may remember that the church divested from companies involved in South Africa in the 1980s. This did not hurt our institutions, but it made a big difference towards ending apartheid. In fact, it was only when the church began to take this step that the terrible system of racial segregation and persecution ended. Former Archbishop Desmond Tutu has visited the Holy Land, and he said recently, "I shrink not one step backwards. I saw it, I name it. I named what I saw. Separation, segregation, apartheid." I trust these observations, and I believe that if we have opposed these things in other situations, we should not hesitate to use every tool at our disposal to end this occupation of Palestine. Please vote for the screening out of companies in the illegal settlements from our investments, and for the divesting from those that we already hold. Please also support the divestment from companies like Caterpillar that has been asked for many years to stop providing weapons for the Israeli army and allowing their bulldozers to be used for the destruction of Palestinian homes and properties. You may find all sorts of maneuvers used to dissuade you from supporting divestment, but keep your eyes focused and make sure you know what your votes mean. Ask questions if you don't understand. Make sure the translators are conveying the right information. The victims of oppression in the Holy Land are watching and depending on you. May God give you safe travel and give our church the courage to do the right thing.